The first bite is taken with the eyes. Do you want to know the secret to making creamy roasted butternut squash soup that's both easy and delicious, just like your mother? Stick around, I'll show you how to make this rich, comforting soup. With my pro tip, everything comes together very quickly. Maybe a joke would improve engagement. I did try to write a joke, and the best one, air quotes, was this. The trans lady said she was a woman. Butternuts said otherwise. Monetization? Gone. Let's get started with the squash. Now ladies, I know you're thinking, that bad boy is too big to handle. And lads, don't worry, it's not the size of the squash, it's how you use it. Now, I know cutting this thing can be a workout and quite possibly the most dangerous thing you'll do in the kitchen this week. But here's a tip. Use a skewer to pierce it, to make a few vent holes and microwave it for 2 minutes. And no longer than 2 minutes. All those water molecules vigorously rubbing against each other will cause the seed section to explode. Common enough complaint. But it'll make slicing a breeze. If you're liking these tips, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss any other nonsense. Seasoning time. Just some Olivier oil, salt, white pepper, diversity pepper. Simple spices, but very effective. Oven roasting the squash first brings out its natural sweetness. This will take your gourd from good gourd to gourmet gourd. What's the one kitchen hack you can't live without? Now, let's crush some garlic, because no soup is complete without it, right? Adding aromatic veggies like garlic, onion and ginger give your soup extra depth of flavour. Ladies, obviously, this gourd has serious depth. Flavour I'm talking about. Naturally. Once the squash has had its 30-minute head start, it's time to throw in the onion. Roasting your vegetables gives you that deep, rich flavour that you just can't get from boiling. Tell me, what's your go-to seasoning for roasted vegetables? I like thyme and rosemary with a salt. An hour later, and the squash is perfectly done. Golden, caramelised and soft. Don't be sad, ladies. Ready for blending in my high-powered blender. Look at that, perfectly roasted for an hour. Flip her over and she's done. I'm ready for the next step. Let it cool. Now for the fun part. Scraping all that roasted squash. Use a blender or immersion blender to make the soup super smooth. You can also strain it through a sieve, a fine sieve, if you want that silky restaurant style texture. They actually do this stuff in high-end restaurants. My blender has a convenient soup function, so I don't have to pulse it on and off. So into the blender it all goes. Roasted squash, caramelised onion, a dash of cream, and a secret touch of maple syrup. Adding a creamy element, whether it's coconut milk, heavy cream, or yogurt, gives your soup that velvety mouthfeel that everybody loves. By the way, if you found these tips helpful so far, hit that subscribe button so you become part of the notification gang. The early bird gets the worm and all that. taste test time. The sweetness of the squash perfectly balances with the cream and spices. Don't be afraid to experiment with a pinch of nutmeg or cayenne pepper for a bit of heat. Let me know if you prefer sweet or savoury soups. It'll help steer the direction of the channel. Let's make it look as good as it tastes. A little drizzle of organic cream, drizzle gentlemen, a sprinkle of thyme, and for extra texture, top with roasted pumpkin seeds or crispy bacon. And that's it. Creamy roasted butternut squash soup. Easy like your mother and packed with flavour. If you're into recipes that look and taste gourmet but are simple to make, as I've said already, hit the like button, subscribe and share this with anyone who loves autumn, or as the Americans say, fall comfort food. What part of the video was most helpful for you? And that question, I'm hoping to engage you so you'll write a comment. Take care and bye bye.